まあ見たところで、まあアリア自身を見てみましょう。
The future influences the present just as much as the past. You asked me why I spent an entire 2 days observing you before I came to speak with you.
なぜですか？
Well, here's why.
おお、教えてください。
Over those 49 hours, I observed the intervals between your actions. When you were neither doing something nor doing nothing. I intently studied your intervals between action to action, and action to inaction. People reveal everything during the intervals between their actions. For example, when you eat alone versus eating with someone else. The most prominent differences always appear when someone either begins or finishes eating a meal. And since these are unconscious actions, they can't be consciously hidden. When you prepare to eat or finish eating, when you move in to clean up, when you pick up a book or close one, when human actions speak volumes. Not even the person doing the actions is conscious of them. That's what lies in those intervals. That's my modus operandi. And here's the conclusion it helped me reach. There's one other person in this house. Isn't there?
You're incredible, Belle. You outdid all our expectations. Impressive, to say the least. You're right, Belle. But only half right.
Half?
You should still be proud, though. Honestly, we never thought you'd make it this far. You've got real talent.
なんだ今のは。
If this goes to court, I won't let you claim that your testimony is inadmissible just because of your little indulgence there.
Fine by us. We can even put it in writing if you want. We won't run or hide. Will we, my fairy? Where's the paper? I know I had it around here somewhere. Where is it? We're fine.
Hey, everything okay? What's going on out here? Oh, don't tell me.
He's just suffering from nausea. I was more worried about you. You were in there for quite some time.
Yeah, sorry. Ever since you got here, I've been all backed up.
Mr. Morgan, can you stand?
Is this a sign from a coffee? What could it be? What is it trying to tell me? Think.
Is that a dragonfly?
Footsteps. Big footsteps. Footsteps. Big footsteps.
Some odd fella was following her around. Stalking her like.
That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie. And she was into the really bad stuff.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the Holy Red Powder.
You okay? Hey.
We're fine.
そういえば大きい足跡の謎が残ってましたね。全然。
Would you take us to get our medicine?
Sure. It's in the bathroom, right? Whew. Seems like he's calmed down a little. We should let him rest for a while.
One more step and I could have cornered Morgan. But so be it. I can still keep investigating even if the owner of this chair isn't present. Simon Jones, what a piece of work. How can anyone have such bad timing?
まさかお前わざとじゃねえだろうな。お、ピザの話を聞けます？
What's wrong, Aaliyah? You hungry or something?
Excuse me? What are you insinuating?
Well, you're staring right at an empty pizza box.
Please don't compare yourself to me. Besides, I have a refined palate.
Hey, that was uncalled for. Pizza is a sacred food, remember? You don't need to feel embarrassed for being unable to stop staring at it. It enthralls all who gaze upon it.
ピザの時だけ饒舌になるのやめねえかなこいついい加減。本当にすげえな。ピザ食いたくなるじゃん。
Stop, Agent Jones. I've had enough of this sacred pizza bit. I'm sick of you Chicagoans and your obsession with pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. 24 hours a day. That's all you
つい
ever
に
talk
切れたぞ
about.
アリアが。
What's next? You gonna launch into a tirade about how deep dish is the only proper way to make pizza?
No, 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 Aaliyah. You just don't get it, do you? As a Chicagoan, I'm proud of the deep dish pizza. But get this. I love New York style
めんどくせえ
pizza
なこい
too.
つ。逆にめんどくさいや
It
つだ。
doesn't matter what kind of pizza it is. As long as it's a pizza, it's beautiful.
逆にめんどくさいよ。
What? Still don't get it? Okay, here. I'm gonna put it in terms that I'm sure even you could understand. All pizzas are created
うわ
equal. Eat your heart out, Michi.
Just forget I mentioned anything.
ほんといいキャラしてんな。よし、じゃあサイモンを見ても。
Let me get one thing straight.
お、
You started this investigation based on an anonymous
お、
tip,
タレコミに
right?
ついてね。
What kind of a tip was it?
そこ聞いておきたかったね。
What does that matter at this point?
This may surprise you, but these kinds of details really eat me up inside. I always get hung up on the most insignificant of details, especially during the most vital times. For example, you know how people go to bed early the night before they have a big job? That's exactly the time where I
あるあ
start
るあるある。
focusing on
テスト勉強の時
meaningless
にね、他の
nonsense.
ところが目に行ってね、掃除とかしたりね、漫画読んだりとかね、そういうことしちゃうんだよね。一緒一緒。
When did I last clip my nails? How long is my milk good for? I just can't help
わか
myself.
るわ。
I
あ
can't
れ用意したっ
resist
け
the
みたい
need
に
to
なるよね。
know. It's just the way I am.
It was sent in an envelope. Postmarked December 28th, sent out from Louisiana.
ルイジアナ。
What did it have inside?
A postcard with a dragonfly on it. And a note.
What did it say?
Investigate the Clarksons. FK.
FK。
That's it?
Yes, that's it.
Who's FK?
Anonymous tip, remember? It's obviously just a fake name.
Did you confirm that?
Of course I did. Louisiana has a population of 4.5 million. The FBI database has a list of 6,682 individuals whose initials are FK. 1 out of every 6 individuals is a child under the age of 14, born after 2005. The remaining 5,500 people include those whose initials changed after they married, or incarcerated individuals. After subtracting those, I was left with 3,800. That's when I stopped searching for FK, and I decided to change up my approach. It isn't important where the tip came from. All that matters is solving the case. I got this far by taking
い
the
や
most
ー、
efficient
情
route
報源
possible.
も大事だと思うけど
Are
ね
you。satisfied now?
Yeah. Thanks. I feel a lot better now. Yep, it all checks out.
医療品の空き箱。
Why do you think he's trying to survive so badly?
What do you mean?
He who has a why to live can bear almost any how.
No more Nietzsche. Please, just stop. I feel like my ears are gonna
いや、お
start
前のピザ
bleeding.
の話も耳が腐っちまうぞ。
Hey, Agent Jones. Want to know why I love Nietzsche's quotes so much?
おお、教えて教えて。なんでよ、ニーチェばっかり。小難しいんだよな。
Sure.
何言ってるかようわからんちゃい。
I first discovered Nietzsche in a shelter after Katrina. At the time, I was shell-shocked, hopeless. I wanted to die. How could a 13-year-old girl go on living alone with her little brother? Then, in that shelter, I met a college professor. His school was damaged by the hurricane, too, and got closed down. He also lost his family and was living there in the shelter just like me. So we gradually started spending more time together. I'll never forget the 3 months I spent with him. He loved Nietzsche. And out of all of Nietzsche's quotes, there was one from my spoke Zarathustra that he repeated over and over again.
いやもうザラトゥストラは書く語りきを聞くと僕ゼノサーガを思い出すんですよね。
Better know nothing than
あれ
have
もよう
no
わからん
many
かったけど
things.
な、正直。ゼノシリーズは割と好きです。特にゼノギアスな。
Better be a fool on one's own account than a sage on other people's approbation. I thought it was a strange quote to hear from a college professor, you know? Why would he think it would be good to be a fool? But I understand what he meant now. He was trying to encourage my little brother and I, so that we'd be able to bear the weight of the victim label that was about to be slapped onto us, so that we could go on respecting ourselves without ever succumbing to all the patronizers. After that, my grandmother in Lafayette took us in. And that was the last time I ever saw the professor. But whenever I quote Nietzsche, my memories of him come flowing back into my mind. And they give me the power I need to keep pressing on. So I'm going to keep quoting Nietzsche, just to make sure I don't forget my roots.
Oh, I see.
まあね、
Yeah.
そういうこと言われると
I think I
ね
get it now.
あんまり否定しちゃいけないことだと思います私は。
Nietzsche is to you what
逆だよ。
pizza is to me. Sorry for giving you a hard time about it. You are free to go on quoting him whenever you want, of course. I won't say another word.
Agent Jones, what the hell is wrong with you? How dare you compare Nietzsche with pizza?
Oh, come on.
本当だよ。ちょっとそれはないだろう。譲歩してんじゃんよ、アリアさんよ。バカにされたつもりなんだろうけどね、お前もバカにしてるよ人のこと。
Shouldn't you look after him?
I gave him his meds and let him rest.
Let him rest where?
In the bathtub. It happened to have a blanket and a pillow in it.
What? But why?
I don't know. Maybe he sleeps in the tub. I feel like I saw that once in some vampire movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, how long has he been like that?
It's stage 4 cancer. He's had it for a while now.
No. I'm talking about his face. It looks as white as a sheet. You can even see all his veins. I've never heard of any cancer side effect like that.
Who knows? Now that you mention it, he started going really crazy around the beginning of December.
In what way?
He changed pizza places.
This better not be another
ピザ
joke.
屋変えたの。
It's not, really. It's not. Before December, He always used to order delivery from a Chicago-style joint all the way up near Medford.
おう
But one day, he took one look at one of their trademarked red
あ
boxes.
もう赤がダメになったからピザ屋変えたん
Red,
だ
huh?
You better believe it. He started screaming gibberish at the pizza boy and chased him away. Next thing I know, I see him toss the pizza box out his window.
Do you think that's when his fear of red began surfacing more prominently?
Beats me. I mean, there isn't a better Chicago-style pizza place that delivers around this area. How could someone give up on that just because they don't like the box? I don't get it.
Were you serious for even a fraction of that story?
全部真面目なんじゃない
The letter that was delivered to me bore the Clarkson symbol. A postcard decorated with a dragonfly. A single sheet of paper ordering me to investigate the Clarksons. And
おういっぱいあるぞ調べられるのがじゃあ白いピザの空き箱を見ましょうもう一回
Hey, Aaliyah, sorry about before. I went a little overboard.
what are you talking about?
Okay. Chicagoans all love deep dish pizza. We can't live without the damn stuff. I admit it. That's why I always get so emotional whenever we talk about pizza. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It had already left my mind.
Well, good. Pizza should always be a peaceful dish, no matter what's going on. By the way, do you eat hot dogs?
Why do you want to know?
Just tell me, do you eat them?
Every now and then, yes.
Okay, so what do you put on your hot dogs?
What is this? A personality test?
No, nothing of the sort. You see, the thing is, we Chicagoans are very tolerant when it comes to pizza preferences. But hot dogs? Well,
おうなんだ
that's a different story.
Meaning?
I just can't stand those
な
people
ん
who
でだよ
put ketchup on their hot dogs.
Huh?
Mustard is the only condiment that people should be
あ
allowed
めんどくせえ
to
こいつ
put on their
マ
hot
ジめんど
dogs.
くせえ
Anything else is
なんでだ
heresy.
よ俺はマスタード大っ嫌いだからな
And yet, look at our world today. Do you know how many people are out there dripping ketchup all over their Franks? I mean, let's think about this. What is ketchup exactly? Ketchup is a condiment meant for French fries, right? It was never meant to be an accessory for hot dogs.
いやそれはケチャップを逆にバカにしてるなお前な
You got a hot dog, you use mustard. It's an unspoken rule. So, Aaliyah, lay it on me. Are you one of those degenerates who puts ketchup on their hot dogs?
チリドッグチリソース
I do. I put ketchup on my hot dogs. Of course I do.
No. Well, this partnership isn't gonna last long. You've definitely convinced me of that.
Oh yeah? Well, good. From the moment we started this investigation, I always assumed it would be a one-time only thing.
はいじゃあアナログレコードのコレクション見よ
Who collects vinyl in an age like this when you can stream
う
just
いいじゃんア
about
ナロ
anything?
グ
True. Morgan's got refined taste.
You really think
あの
so?
雑味かかった音がいいっていうのはあるよね正直ね
Now, even I thought they were cool back when the vinyl revival first started. But now, every suburban mall has its own vinyl shop right next to the novelty store. At this point, it's become a solid component of modern snobism, which only makes them that much more uncool.
お
People
前
who
も
know
敵を
nothing
作る言い
about
方ばっ
real
かする
music
な
are buying them up just so they can decorate their walls with cute album art.
How do you ever have time to enjoy anything when you're always so busy putting people down?
Excuse me?
You're like IBS. You keep flaring up at the worst times and there's no end in sight. And when you're alone with Morgan, it's just an all-out war zone.
We're in the middle of a very important investigation right now. Don't you think we ought to take it seriously?
To me, it just looks like you're putting yourself under a lot of stress for no good reason. Why can't you, show a little humanity once in a while?
Does one need humanity in order to track down criminals?
Yes, one does. Or at least I do.
Well, I don't.
Come on, Aaliyah. I'm your partner, aren't I? For a few days, at the very least. I'm your invasive partner who has a passionate relationship with pizza, right? Why can't you just let me in on one thing you actually happen to enjoy? Oh, aside from Nietzsche, that is.
I'd really rather not.
もうダメだ。ダメだこいつら
Why do。you always have to be so
仲良くな
withdrawn?
れない。
I can't help it if there's certain things I don't like.
No, come on. There's got to be some kind of music you enjoy. This is a good chance
いや、
to
こうやって
teach
グ
me
イ
a
グイ
bit
来るの
about
も嫌だけ
yourself.
どね、俺も。わかる
I
わかる。
said no.
かといってこんなに否定しなくてもいいじゃんってい
Do
う
you
ね。
like Justin Bieber?
データジャスティン・ビーバー。
Too cute. Not my type.
お
Drake?
I've only ever listened to the hooks.
Well then, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry.
Hell no. Am I done now?
じゃあ何が趣味なんだ有名なのはダメってこと
Then
か
what。do you like?
あ、同じこと言った。
I have to tell you,
Yes, you do.
Pink Floyd.
No
いや、
way.
全然わからないんだけ
You're
ど
a
ね、僕そういう
prog
の。
rocker? Who turned you onto it? Your dad?
As far as I can remember, I've loved prog rock ever since I was born. That's just how music works, right? I mean, The Wall is by far my favorite album. Even to this day, I find it hard to believe that they made that in the 70s. It still sounds completely fresh and unique, as if it was just released yesterday. And what?
No, I was just thinking, I wish Morgan could have been here for this.
Don't you dare
いや
tell、
言
him.
おうぜ。言おうぜ。モーガンに言おうぜ。ヨークに言おうぜ。はい。DVD と雷と、動かなくなった。動かないぞ。動かないぞ。じゃあ、とりあえずこのチェス盤にしようか。動かな、マジで動かなくなってます、今。はい。
Agent Jones, that chessboard is still bugging me. I don't know why, but it just does.
なんかこれもまっすぐだね、そういえば。ポーンが。
You really think he was playing chess all by himself?
I don't know.
関係ないか
I
な。
definitely think it's possible.
How?
Maybe he's remembering the strategies an old friend of his used to use.
ああ、ま
If
あ、あり
it's
得る
someone who
話だ
played
よ
for
ね、
years,
実際
he's
ね。
probably capable of recreating their playing style. And besides, Morgan's beaten a grandmaster before. You know that, right?
I read about that in the Greenvale report.
Even a computer can play chess these days, right? I'm sure that a grandmaster level player would have no
はい、
trouble
これ
emulating
はあれで
someone
すね。
else's strategy.
オリジンズの話ですね。はい。
Whose chess strategy is he emulating then?
はい。じゃあ、空を見ようかな。
Ready to spill the beans, Aaliyah?
I'm afraid of thunder.
さっきから鳴ってるけどね、ずっとね。
Happy now?
Katrina? All right, I'll stop.
Good. Now let's get back to the investigation.
No, no, no. Hold on. Now that I think about it, that doesn't really qualify as a soft spot. What I'm looking for is more, how should I say it? Adorable? You know, something that would make you blush. There's gotta be something. Please, I'm begging you.
I love koalas.
かわいい。コアラが好きなの？いいじゃん、いいじゃん。
They're just
か
so
わいい。
cute. I can't resist them. All I need to do is look at a picture of one and fuzzy
Oh,
wuzzy
magica.
swim all over me.
ちょっと見せてあげたい。その表情を
I
見
mean, the
た
way
い。
they look, the way they're shaped, the color of their fur. I mean, even down to how they only eat eucalyptus. I just love everything about them.
すげえ盲目的に好きだね。
Once I get some time off, I'm gonna travel to Australia and hug one for real.
死んじゃうんじゃないのもう。
That's one of the top 5 goals on my lifetime to-do list right now. This conversation never happened. Is that understood?
いや、絶対忘れねえ。永遠に忘れねえ。はい、DVD。
Oh, Aaliyah. Getting curious now, huh? Here, I'll find one of my favorites for you. How about this one? Who Framed
Oh,
Roger
Roger
Rabbit,
Rabbit.
directed by Robert Zemeckis. It's a fantasy movie that mixes real actors
バスケやるや
with
つ？
cartoons, using what we'd call
いいよね。
CG these days, I guess.
それ別なんだっけ？
Yeah, I know that one. It's the one where Michael
そうだよね。
Jordan plays basketball with all the cartoon characters, right?
いや、見たことはない。
What? No, that's
違うんだ。
Space Jam.
スペースジャムか。
It's not even the same director. And besides, that one has the
あ
Looney
あ、そっ
Tunes
か
in it.。
ちげえんだ。
Whatever. Either way, I'm not watching it.
あ、そっか、ロジャーラビットはあれか。ディズニーだっけ？
Fine by me. You know, you're really lacking in the cute
あれ？
department.
よくわかんなくなっちゃった。
Is that supposed to be an insult?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to help you turn a new leaf. I'm your invasive partner, remember?
Why do you care so much? I like myself just the way I am.
No, wrong answer. I think you could use a little more
いや、さっき見
softness.
たじゃ
You know what I
ん。
mean?
コアラが好きってやつ。まあ、ある意味
That
あれ
would
も硬
definitely
いけ
make
ど
it
な。
easier for people to
う
help you
ん、
out.
すげえ硬い感じで、盲目的に好きだったもんね。うん。
You're flawless, intelligent, and charming. All you're missing is some soft spots.
Soft spots.
Yeah,
あ、
you
こ
know,
っちからの方が良か
like
ったか
when
な、
people
雷
find
な。
out a super serious politician is actually a huge comic book nerd. Something like that. You've got to have something. Something you secretly like that people wouldn't expect.
Well, I don't. End of story.
聞く順番が違ったな。
Hey,
コアラ好きだ。
the
ギャ
lady
ップじゃ
don't
ん。
protest too much, me
俺ちょっと好
thinks.
感度上がったもん。
What do you
アリ
mean?
アの。
I just said I don't.
Which means you definitely do.
せやの。
Well, what is it? Come on, I
でもちょ
gotta
っとこい
know.
つしつこすぎるわ。で、さっきのチェス、違うね、窓を見たらっていうのがあったんだね。なるほど。一応ちょっと見てみるけど、やっぱ関係ないよね、ここでね。よいしょ。
So, why did you decide to take this case?
Because it's my job.
Really?
そうだね。
あの
それ以上の何かを感じるよね。
Why not?
You aren't just following orders here. You've got way too much emotion invested in this. Some kind of special emotion. There's no use trying to hide it. Despite how I may look, data analysis is my forte. I know how to see through lies. I don't mean to be nosy, but would it kill you to confide in me a little? I didn't manage to live this long simply because I'm fiendishly handsome. And besides, we're going to be tiptoeing across a thin line of legality with the rest of this case, so I'd prefer to have some probable cause. That way, at least I can back you up when you need me to.
There exists in the world a single path along which no one can go except you. Whither does it lead? Do not ask. Go along it.
You're pulling out Nietzsche at a time like this?
I have a little brother. After overdosing on a certain drug, he was thrown into rehab. Just been
なるほ
clean
ど。
for
そう
2
いうこ
years
と
now, but
ね。
he still won't utter a single word. All day long, he's plagued by hallucinations. He can't tell if he's dead or alive, if this is reality or if it's all a dream.
Sang Rouge.
That's right. The doctor can't tell what's causing his condition, so they can't treat him. He just told me to prepare for the possibility that I may never get my brother back. This was his. I bought it for him after he graduated high school and found a job. He never got a single chance to wear it, though. Someday, I believe that he'll get better, and I'll get to see him put this on and head out to work.
So you think that if we nab the person behind all this, we may figure out how to conquer the addiction?
Right.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I don't know. But I can't just sit around and do nothing. He's the only family I have in the entire world.
What about your parents?
When I was only 13, Katrina took him, leaving my 7-year-old brother and I behind.
I'm sorry.
いや、
It's
もう
fine.
聞
Already dealt with my
く順番をね、すげえ間違えた感があるけどね。
Now I'm just working as
カ
hard
ト
as
リ
I
ーナ
can
っ
to
てあれ
complete
で
the
しょ
duty I've been
台
given.
風だよね、確かね。ここから聞いてればちゃんと、俺もう完全に逆から聞いちゃってるもんね。弟の話とかね。カトリーナの被害に遭ったとかさ。完全に逆だったね。
Hey,